This is great stuff. No, not in a can, but this is spray foam. So, getting all this area done. This is a 4-inch open cell, as it's called, material. Sometimes they put down plastic because it's gonna spill. But yeah, so this is a lot thicker actually than I thought. It's kind of a messy process. And this is why, I mean, you can do it after your house is built, of course. But if you have the chance to do it in new construction, you should, if you were building a new house and you didn't do this, you're just unbelievably dumb. It would be to not do this in a new house. I just can't imagine how dumb you would be to not do it. But if you have the ability to do it, even this house was built in 1973. So, you know, you're gonna see actual floor decking up here. My entire house is clad in 3/4 inch floor decking. So the dude that built my house put 3/4 inch floor decking on the walls, the roof, and then there's 1/2 inch sheathing on top of that. So I have an inch thick wall. That's why this wall was on fire for 30 minutes and it didn't even burn through. Up here on the edges, you could see a little bit of fire damage. This wall was on fire for 30, 40 minutes before my wife even noticed there was a fire. So that's why everything's been gutted if you're watching this for the first time. So I'm gonna try to document what's happening here. We just had Gettle Air Conditioning, the top air conditioning company here in Las Vegas, came and reducted and everything. All this is brand new ducting, air conditioning. It's all brand new system. I had them put those vents there. They fought with me over, they wanted to put them over here in the central area, and I begged them to please put them over there on my wife's side, because that's where my wife sleeps. Because I don't like the cold air blowing on me. So I bring that up because if somebody's HVAC and they go, why do they put their ducts over there? I begged them to do it. They originally wanted to put them centrally located over here, and I asked them not to. So, you know, they did that by my discretion. But yeah, today is gonna be an incredibly hot day in the middle of June. It's going to be 109 with a red flag warning. So it's days like that, you know, coming up, you know, this last year, by the way, was the hottest year on record here in Las Vegas. It was 119 degrees. So these kind of things are absolutely essential. So if you're doing reconstruction or new construction, foaming, I feel like you just gotta do it. So they've just gotten started. They're just taking a quick break. It's a little roasty in here. They can't run the air conditioning. And honestly, I'm not supposed to be in here. Let's see if this shows the temperature. It's 101 in here without the air conditioner running. So I'm gonna have to leave because it's technically a toxic environment. I'm not supposed to be in here. So I'm gonna leave, and you know, they're supposed to let the thing air out. Really, I don't smell anything. It's not bad. I smell a little bit. I've worked with this stuff before. It's not a big deal. For those of you that know what I do, I work with fiberglass, which when you're working with fiberglass, you're working with methyl ethyl ketones, MKE. I work with polyurethane resins at our shop. We do a lot of that stuff. You have to wear specific respirators when you're working with this material. This is literally just great stuff, foam like you buy in the can, except coming out of a truck. It's mixed probably at the nozzle, so it's coming in 2 different materials, a catalyst, and then mixed with compressed air pushing it. Anyway, that's kind of how it works. It's gonna be a miserable, miserable day today. All right, it's day 2. They had to stop yesterday and come back today to finish this. And the entire roof has been spray foamed. I gotta say, it's nice and pleasant in here. Just for reference, it's a hot day today. Let's wander out here. Oh my God, it's hot. Let's see, in the shade, 95, in the sun, 125. Just for reference, remember when I burned my feet last year? I stepped out here on this pavement. That's 150 degrees. So yeah, last year I accidentally ran out the door to catch the mailman and I burned my feet. So that's 150 degrees. So the ambient temperature out here, it's supposed to be 107 today. I just wanted to point that out to you. Now, here's a house with no walls. Let's see, that's 83. I'm surprised it's that hot. This thing says it's 76 at this location. Huh, it's a little off. I don't know. Let's go in this room that's been sealed. Oh, this is where we got tools. Oh my God, it's cold in here. 70. It's 70 degrees in this room. Gettle Air Conditioning and Precision Window came and did this foam. Gettle Air Conditioning did the air conditioning. These guys did the foam. I paid like 4,500 bucks. And let's see what it is up there. It says it's 95 up there. Now the air conditioner's only been on a little while. We did notice, let me see, is he still here? We had a visitor. Oh, he must have left. There was a big, oh no, we don't know where he is now. There was a big, huge spider up there. Where did he go? Hippie will find him. Anyway, so yeah, I can't recommend this enough. These guys keep telling me that, you know, I'm not gonna need any other roof insulation. I wanna see what up inside there, 62. I like it. So, you know, we don't have any walls or ceilings yet. So once I have this enveloped, I think if you don't do this, you're dumb. If you have the opportunity to do it, I mean, there's not much else I can show. It took them a little bit of time, you know, and they can, so you can imagine, like, if they had, there's no way they could have got up in there, right? Into those areas to spray. There's just no way if there were ceilings there. So this is kind of something that you can't, I mean, like, I don't know how they would be able to reach these areas if that was sealed, or, you know, if there was a ceiling there. So now we're gonna come in, we're gonna start the sheetrock process. Well, actually, we're gonna start the insulation. So insulation is gonna start on all the exterior walls. And you're asking, why don't I spray foam the walls? I might, but I have some reasons. I have reasons. The reasons are money. They wanted like another 2 or 3 grand to do the walls, and probably worth it, but we're still working on some of this wiring and things. And here's the deal, like, because like if they spray this, I'm not gonna be able to do my wiring and stuff right here. And let me get my shit together. This is all kind of in the shade. And this catches a little bit of sun over here. The 2 areas that need the insulation the most are these 2 rooms, right? But dude, it's 107 out. That wall's 75 degrees. That's 80 up there. We got 63 coming out of that vent. So it might be 80 up there. I'm gonna have a ceiling fan. So it feels absolutely comfortable in here, honestly. And if there was a door, maybe it'd be better. I mean, that might be a little warm for, that does not seem 78 degrees. And it is very cool in here, but I am standing right under that, so. Then again, like I said, we don't have any exterior insulation whatsoever. There are giant holes like that one over there. It's 107, and I still don't have a ceiling, you know, so it's pretty hard to cool all of this, you know. And also the air conditioner they only finished this installation a few hours ago. So, and it doesn't smell. They told me that I shouldn't be in here, that I should open all the doors, I should air it out. I don't smell anything. Like maybe just a tiny little faint smell. Because a lot of people said, oh, you know, there's been problems with foam insulation, smell problems and smells. I don't smell anything. I mean, it smells like maybe a little fresh paint or something, but I don't really smell anything. So I don't know. Anyway, that's my experience with the spray foam. You know, people just like to watch the goings on. So what's gonna happen next is we're gonna finish all of the electrical wiring that has to be done. And we're gonna just start working on walls one at a time. You know, the goal is, obviously ceilings have to go in first. So as soon as we feel like we have everything attic-wise done, there's just a couple of small little things I want to do. Like I want to re-insulate this copper pipe that's running my my well water over to the thing. That needs to be re-insulated. Probably doesn't though, actually, because with the roof insulation, and then, because here's the deal, and I've been going back and forth on this and arguing. I was planning on putting the cellulose blown insulation in here as well, just for additional soundproofing, at least in the main, definitely in that area, and this just in the main area at the very least, it's easy to get to. I feel like it should happen, at least that. And there's arguments against it. They go, well, you're trying to create this envelope or whatever. And another thing we discussed is whether or not we should seal the steeple up there. And like, I thought they said they were going to do it, and they didn't actually. They didn't seal it. I thought they said they were going to. But that might be an issue. Might need to discuss that. I think I'm going to put an attic access. We're going to build one. My idea was right here. This is not structural. This is just for the wall. And I was thinking of putting a door here and then put some planks that run in there so that if we ever need to go up there to access and work on something, it'd be easy to access it right there. You could just crawl right in and also take materials in. Because I couldn't find another area to put a drop down stairs or something into. There just isn't a good place to put it where there's not, because basically everywhere I look, there's a vent or a duct or something in the way. And I thought, well, I could put like a set of stairs right here, like the kind you pull down. But, I mean, I really didn't want to have the pull down stairs up in here. They're kind of ugly, usually you hide them somewhere. But there's not too many. See, the original attic access was here. Just this little panel, and then you would go up, and you could just barely crawl in there right there, and there's the light switch, right? So I thought, well, like for instance, this gray pipe doesn't need to be here, and actually these cables don't need to be here. And so I could put a set of stairs that maybe pulled, I don't know, that wouldn't work. You have to put it right here maybe. So you could have it right there and it pulls down, but then you'd have this big panel there. And for what? Like, I'm never gonna go up in the attic very often. That would be a perfect place for it though, I have to admit. That's probably the most perfect spot to put a set of stairs that would go up into the attic, because that would give you direct access right in there. I may consider it. It's kind of an ugly looking thing. I'll think about it. Maybe right here. Now, see, there's not enough room for the stairs. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I put the panel over there that you open? Because I could cover that with a picture or a painting or something. But you really should have attic access. Because if they ever need to go up there and work on that machine right up there, that's the only way they're gonna get to it. If for some reason they needed to go up there and service the thing, they need to be able to get to it easily. All of my exhaust fans are gonna be the Panasonic Whisper. I don't know where they put them. They put them somewhere. But yeah, we're gonna have the Panasonic Whispers. So that's what we're gonna have. And what else? I think that's it for now. Sorry if this was a boring video, but people wanna know what it's like to get your house foamed. This is something you really gotta do for new construction. I think it was totally worth the money for less than $5,000. This was 4-inch open cell, it's called. And I'm standing in a house with no walls, no insulation, no ceilings. It's 107 out, and I'm completely comfortable. It's wonderful in here. It says it's only 76. That might be high for some of you, but in Vegas, dude, when you live in Vegas, when it's like 75 degrees outside, you got a hoodie on, you're freezing to death.